Hello and welcome to the next Let's Play we're going to do, and this is going to be on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, released on the Sega Genesis / Sega Mega Drive in 1992. As host DaBlueShadow, alongside me is guest TK the Hedgehog. So what's up?
Nothing much, how's it going?
It's going good. This gameplay is provided by Deathroll238, played on his 360 using Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, I think. Is that what the name is called?
I believe so. Sonic's Sega Genesis? Yeah, I think it is Ultimate Genesis Collection.
Because, like, over here, it's, for me, it is Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection.
I knew there was a Mega in there somewhere.
Yeah, we are all Mega. We followed the Japanese culture. And yeah, we're going to get started showing off the controls here. And also has a 2-player support as well, so if you wanted to join in, TK, you could have probably played as your favorite character, Tails.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. I think I'm going to try to do that.
Who knows? You might be assisting as Tails in another game we might do in the future.
Good point. And you know, that whole Tails is my favorite character things. That's a secret.
It's not a secret anymore. You've said that so many times.
Well, you know what? I'm not saying it anymore.
But anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 introduced Miles Tails' power. Alongside that, it introduced another story to the Sonic franchise. So, TK, what is the story to Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic meets Miles Tails' power. Of course, before the game starts, he met him. I believe it is said that he kind of, quote-unquote, rescued Tails. He used to get teased for having 2 tails. He met up with Sonic, and Sonic just kind of took him on like a little brother.
Are you trying to find that source from The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, or are you trying to bring that towards Sonic X? Because there was 2 scenes related to that of how Sonic met Tails.
You know, there's a lot of speculation, and you're right, there are a ton of stories out there. I honestly have no idea where I'm getting this from. It could be the comics, could be a manual that I read, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. So on towards the actual gameplay, we've just tackled through pretty much the most favourite Sonic stage of all time, or I believe from the fans, Emerald Hill Zone. So what's your thoughts on Emerald Hill Zones?
Emerald Hill Zone is my favorite lush green kind of stage for the classic games. It really showcases Sonic's universe, his atmosphere, and kind of what his world is all about.
It's very true. It's like had that luscious green environment. As I said, that I loved my Green Hill Zone, much your Emerald Hill Zone, as much other people do for Sonic 2, because this is pretty much the most popular Sega Mega Drive game out there.
Yeah, it is. The physics were a huge jump. It was a really fun game to play. This is the first game that really drew me into the series. The first game I've ever owned, period, was Sonic 2. And, you know, the physics are just, I don't know, they're perfect. Really, they are.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting as well, because like with Emerald Hill, instead of jumping to the special stage at the end, we jumped into a little port that had a switch on, so we jumped into the little port for the special stage, so it's actually located within the stage. So how much does that make a difference for you to actually collect all the Chaos Emeralds within the special stages in the actual stage, instead of going after this actual act is done?
You know, it's a lot easier because you can knock out 2 special stages in, you know, in one screen. I mean, one stage. At the same time, you don't have to, you know, sometimes there's an enemy at the end that'll take all of your rings, and then, of course, there's no time to gather 50 more, so that helps in that respect also.
Yeah, that is true, because there are many more vicious enemies in this one, even though we do have a new element, which is the Spin Dash. But by the way, more onto it. What has the Spin Dash done for the franchise since it has been introduced into Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
First of all, let me make a huge point that I miss the spin dash in Sonic series. You know, it was introduced in this game, the second game in the entire franchise, which means that it's beyond, it's more than canon. It's just what it is. It's part of Sonic's DNA. It really changed the way the game worked, because in Sonic 1 there was no spin dash, there was only rolling physics. As a kid, I didn't even know about the rolling physics, so I would walk into enemies and then die and never get past stage 2. So with the spin dash, you know, I almost made it to like stage 4 as a kid, so it helped out a ton. It adds a huge element of speed to the game, which is essentially what Sonic is all about.
Yeah, so that means that the spin dash really helped you to actually climb your way through Sonic 2's stages, vice versa. Without the spin dash, it would have probably been the same problem you had with Sonic 1.
Exactly. And just to clarify, I said Sonic's essentially all about speed. Him as a character, yes, but as a game, no. It's definitely about exploration, combos, you know, rings, and just exploring. Just like there, we just went through like a secret passageway. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Like, there's many paths for Sonic 2 that was brought up in Sonic 1, because Sonic 1 pretty much had the upper and lower path, but Sonic 2 pretty much had the secret areas that you would actually collect more rings to actually help you with your journey with the special stages, or with a life power-up that would actually help you with more stuff to do in Sonic 2, and you can just go through back and forth in the stages to actually collect more rings and destroy more enemies to actually high up your score. So that really makes a really good positive aspect feature for like replaying the stages again.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can go through the stages again, try to find secret passages. I remember as a kid, you always see the things on top of the loops, you know, just like here, just like right there. And it's like, wow, how do I get up there? And I could spend days trying to get up there as a kid.
Yeah, because like, it's not always just about running from left to right, because that from the classic games, the main objective was to actually explore, to actually gain all the Chaos Emeralds. With that, it would actually make you cost yourself to actually platform much more. Because if you was gonna go through left to right, it would more likely have less platforming features around it, because many of the platforming features would be more of the routes to actually collecting more rings, vice versa, to actually go into the special stages. With the lower routes of this state, like with all the stages, pretty much would gain much more less rings and less more features to do from, and probably less more special stages to actually collect from.
That's true, you know, that's why I really like this game, because, you know, it included like a little bit of everything. You know, like you said, this is most of the fans' favorite, you know, special stage. Mine was actually from Sonic 3D Blast, which is just an updated version of this one without Tails being annoying.
Yeah, like, as we're going through these special stages, I see that Tails is always losing the rings for our fellow member here. That, how much essential would it be if Death to All was playing with Sonic alone?
In this particular case, because this is Death to All we're talking about, so he's, you know, he's not really, Tails isn't affecting him. Tails is getting beat up here, but he still has his rings, and he's, you know, he beat the stage, so.
That is true. So I think we are going to replay that, because because we didn't collect that third Chaos Emerald, but it must be very challenging to play with Tails and with these special stages.
It is, because Tails doesn't follow you exactly, and on top of that, you know, you can plug in another controller, and, you know, that just changes the way the physics are in this stage also. But when you jump, Tails doesn't jump. There's a huge delay. When you move, Tails does not move right away. There's a gigantic delay. So he has 0 rings. He's virtually no help, and you are collecting all the rings that you need. So you're kind of doing all the work by yourself anyway, but Tails is like a liability.
So would it be better if someone else plugged the second controller in and helped out him completing these special stages so that the actual Tails person that's controlling Tails would actually jump at the right time?
No, not at all. No, it could help. Depends on who's playing, of course. But I've never had any luck with that at all. You know, if anything, it made it worse. I remember one person. I'm not going to name any names, but they are registered on the website. I will tell you that. I just remember them going around in circles and just kind of like, you know, seeing how lucky they're going to get and just holding the left arrow until Tails just